as you guys know, we are currently in the Serie A team of the season. An absolutely insane team. I think it's my favourite team so far because of the amount of high meta cards in this. And to be honest, with the lower tier of this team, there isn't too many bad cards. Like, there's no bad cards really, apart from like Di Lorenzo, Strefezza, Szczesny. No one really cares about them. But the rest of the cards are really good. Smalling is insane. Bremer is ridiculous as well. I know his work rates are weird, but he's got the same as Lucio's. And then the high meta players in this team are crazy good. We've got the likes of Kvaratskhelia, Leao, Osimhen, Dybala. So absolutely nuts cards in this team. And yeah, I think EA did a great job with this team, to be honest. It's probably my favourite one so far. The Liga Portugal is also pretty good. We've got the likes of Pedro Goncalves in there, who's very, very nice. The rest aren't that great, but they're still good and usable for sure. But yeah, last year, obviously this year we're still going to be getting the ultimate team of the season, which is what this video is going to be on. It's the best team of the season team, arguably. It's the collection of all the supposedly best players that have come out throughout the leagues and teams. This was last year's ultimate team of the season. This will be coming this Friday at 6 PM, by the way, guys. But as you guys can see, there's a bit of a catch here. Number one, they don't include every best player. Like, for example, in this team, Messi and Neymar didn't get in, even though they're top 5 team of the season cards in the game. Neymar was arguably the best team of the season, and he didn't even get in. So, yeah, we had the likes of Mbappe, Benzema, Salah, though. But because EA can't just make every team of the season incredible in the ultimate team of the season, even though that it should be, that's in the name, they have to include some players that aren't going to be worth that much. So in your guaranteed packs, whatever, in packs as well, there are going to be players that no one really wants to pack. For example, Mignon here. Arnold was very cheap. Even Ruben Diaz got really cheap. Lewandowski later on. These players got less and less valuable, and the players that are in the ultimate team of the season die in value. Their prices crash down, a lot of them. Obviously the high meta will stay expensive, but they'll still go down because of supply, the amount of packs people save, so watch out for prices. But today we're going to be doing my brief predictions. I'd say predictions, but I'm going to be just showing you guys who I think will be getting in this ultimate team of the season this year. If you are new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, let's get straight into this. So, as you guys can see, on FIFA 23, when you go to team of the season cards, these are the most valuable team of the season cards. And I know what you guys are thinking. In this team here, there are lots of players. There are 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 players. So it's more than normal teams. So there'll be room for a lot of players. However, in my opinion, I think out of these valuable players, I think Mbappe will get in. I think Mbappe could definitely get in. I could see that coming out. He's the best team of the season in the game, and I think EA have to release him to get people interested. Obviously, last year's team of the season was pretty similar. And yeah, I think he should be getting in the ultimate team of the season for sure. However, I think Vinny, I don't know. I think he should get in because he's the second most valuable. However, EA could easily leave him out of this and just put someone else in. I hope Jude gets in because he's great as well. Very valuable card. Rashford, I think, should get in. And Messi, I think, will get in because he's the highest rated player. However, I think EA could maybe include Nkunku. I think they could leave him out easily. They're not going to include all these players, let's be real. I think because of the Serie A just happening, I think Leao could easily be left out. I think Benzema should get in. He always seems to get in. Haaland, I think, will get in. Osimhen, I think he's going to get left out with these players. I don't know, with the Serie A, I think EA are going to hold back a bit. I think the likes of Griezmann probably won't get in either. He's not a likely player. And community team of the seasons, I don't think can get in. But you see where I'm going with this, guys. I think with EA here, this isn't really a prediction video, but it sort of is because I'm going to be going through the players that I think will get in. But out of this team, as you guys can see, it goes from kind of high value cards, mid value, and then to low value. So we've got different sections. So the likes of Benzema, Mbappe, Salah, Leao, Ronaldo, Vinicius, Bellingham, Nkunku, Theo Hernandez, they're all in, even Cancelo up until a point. They were all in like the very expensive category. These were the most valuable players that everyone wanted to pack. Then you got the mid tier, which is like, I don't even know, the KDBs, the Van Dijks, the Marquinhoses, Ben Yedder, Paqueta up there as well. They were kind of mid-value. They weren't cheap, but they weren't too expensive either. They were kind of midpoint. This is just from memory from last year. But then I remember with low-value cards here, I'm not going to lie, the prices of these guys died. Mignon, Alexander-Arnold, Tchouameni even, Koulibaly, Diaz, they were all very affordable when they came out in this team. Lewandowski, Modric, Kimmich, they were not valuable at all, to be honest. Modric was a few 100k, but the rest of them were like 100k and below out of those players. So they do split it, guys, so do not get too excited. And yeah, I made a list of the ultimate team of the season for this year because the demand of high meta players this year is so much like quicker. It happens so much quicker than last year, in my opinion. I think they'll go all out with this one. So out of I'm doing this in rating order. So we go here, and I think out of these players here, I think Lionel Messi will get in. I think Erling Haaland will get in for sure. I think Lewandowski will get in again because he's one of those players that a lot of people think he's fodder now. And if he goes in packs, I think he'll be like 200k or below. So I think he could be a likely player to get in. Benzema, I think 3 million coins. A lot of people want to pack him. I hope he gets in. Mbappe, obviously, I think will get in as the most valuable team of the season. I think out of also, guys, we are going to be getting moments cards in this ultimate team of the season. I'm predicting this because some of the most valuable ultimate team or team of the season cards that could be an ultimate team of the season would be from the moments cards. And I think EA aren't going to pass on including a Cristiano Ronaldo in this ultimate team of the season. That is a bold prediction, but I think they will do that for sure. And I think they could also include Neymar Jr. However, I think they left out Neymar last year, so I think they could definitely do it this year. But getting back to this, I think Ronaldo could get in. I think Leao, as the most valuable Serie A team of the season, EA could include him. I think that wouldn't be too bad. I think Osimhen, if Leao gets in or Kvaratskhelia, I don't think they'll include more than one. I think Osimhen could get left out. Salah, as 3-star weak foot, if he went in packs, I think he'd go down. He's still very, very good, don't get me wrong, but I think that could be a good one. De Ligt as well, as one of the best defenders in the game, that could be a great one to include. Rashford, he is one of the most expensive team of the seasons out. I think out of the Premier League, he should be getting in as one of the stars. Nkunku, 3 million coins for that card. I hope he'd get in, but I have a feeling EA would leave out some of these more valuable guys like Nkunku. Militao's one of the best centre-backs in the game. He could be a shout for sure. Pedri, as a great player in the game. Obviously, he's not the best midfielder in the game, so I think EA could do that. He is 5'5", however, stat-wise, there are players that are better for sure, and in-game, there are players that are better than him too. Vinny, he is literally the second most expensive team of the season, I think, so he could get in. And then I think EA will easily chuck in, a 94 rated player that isn't too valuable, like Verratti, but is also usable and linkable. So Verratti could easily be included. One of the best defenders, Theo Hernandez, I'd hope get in. He got in last year though, so maybe they'll try and change that up. A player like Lacazette could get in. He is expensive on the market, but impacts, as you guys know, with supply comes decreases in price. So Lacazette's a mil, but he could easily go down from that for sure. I think goalkeeper-wise, they're obviously going to include one of the higher-rated ones. Ter Stegen is up there. And then with the lower-rated players, guys, they are going to include some. Saka could be one of them. Great card, but impacts, he will go down drastically. I think other players that are really not that valuable at all, like Klaus, could also get in. I'm not sure where he is, but I remember when he was in packs, he was very common. I packed him a few times, so that could be a card that could easily get in. And if you see Team of the Season, French Ultimate Team of the Season, he is not one of the ones you'd want to see. So there could be some trolls in there that EA put. I hope EA capitalise on Ultimate Team of the Season and don't just put low-rated Team of the Seasons that no one cares about. Maybe a Davies could get in because he's one of the best fullbacks in the game. I love that card. So I'd hope he gets in, or someone like Frimpong. These two guys are very good and a lot of people want to pack them still, and if they went in packs they'd be a lot more affordable. They're still cheap for the cards, but I think a lot of people would still want them to be in packs. And maybe as the final player to top off this Ultimate Team of the season, I think EA could include someone who's not too low rated, like Bruno Guimaraes, but who would also be quite cheap when he was released. And in the guaranteed, he'd probably be an L value wise. But yeah, that's just my brief overlook of possible players that could get in. Obviously, you could look at other players like the Rabios and people like that. But I have a feeling EA kind of decide this Ultimate Team of the season based on like the biggest names in football, say, from each league. So I have a feeling, I don't know, like, as you can see here, it's got all the big names from each league. And even in like each individual league, like Mignon was like the best Serie A keeper. Tchouameni was one of the rising stars from the French league last year. Paqueta was one of the stars. It's all star players in this team. So yeah, I don't think players who are really juiced that have only been good this season and like maybe haven't got team of the season previously, like Rabiot, I don't know if he'd get in. He just doesn't seem like an ultimate team of the season player. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. But it's been Footmaster and I'm out. Peace.